Are you feeling low on energy, battling unexplained aches and pains, or noticing a dip in your mood? You might be just experiencing the silent epidemic of our modern age, vitamin D deficiency. As our lives become increasingly indoor-centric, are we unwittingly depriving ourselves of one of nature's most potent healers? Join us on a journey to uncover the vital importance of this sunshine vitamin. This is Aspen Trinity Care Podcast.
Hi guys, I'm really excited to dive into this very important topic.
So we're going to talk about vitamin D today. What exactly is vitamin D?
Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. It is also a hormone that helps with our everyday bodily functions. We call it sunshine vitamin because it actually is produced when we get exposed to sunlight.
That's correct. So we can get vitamin D from the sun. Could you explain how does that work?
Our skins are getting exposed to the UVB rays from the sun. It triggers a vitamin D production. You see this more in the summertime and the springtime, fall time, but kind of less in the winter times though.
So when our skin is exposed to the sun, it can manufacture its own vitamin D.
Correct.
So it's the ultraviolet B ray and not the UVA. We should also talk about the time of the day.
Right. So if we're talking about that, UVB, it's more towards the early morning to the midday. After that, it's not a good to be out in the sun.
And we should also be mindful of the skin cancer as well. And probably 15 to 30 minutes is plenty time for vitamin D under the UVB ray. But we also need to know both UVA and UVB can be harmful to our body, as it can lead to skin cancer.
That's correct. There are other sources. Our dietary source actually can provide the vitamin D, like fish, like salmon or egg yolks.
That's correct.
Or even fortified milk and cereals. Supplements is also an option if you don't get enough from the food or sun exposure.
Mm-hmm. And what can happen if someone doesn't get the sufficient vitamin D? What could be some of the signs and symptoms of the deficiency?
Unfortunately, there's a few potential issues can happen. Fatigue is number one. Most of us majority of us, I would say, is fatigue is number one reason. If you're having bone pain, joint pain, depressed mood, who would have thought vitamin D low can also have a big impact on our mental health. Our muscles can get a little weaker and stuff. But over time, if we don't take care of it, and this deficiency can potentially lead to bone loss and have a higher risk of osteoporosis, which we don't want.
And that's because vitamin D is crucial in the absorption of calcium and phosphorus.
Correct.
I believe there has been some relationship with vitamin D deficiency and certain cancers such as prostate, breast, and colorectal cancer.
Correct.
As well.
Another thing to think about is also other chronic conditions can happen because of this deficiency, like diabetes, type 2, obesity, even mental health, like having depression, cardiac problems can be another thing to think about if we don't take care of our vitamin D levels.
Like high blood pressure.
Correct.
Right. And speaking of respiratory infection, I have heard before that, and I have read few articles, there has been some relationship between COVID as well.
Yes.
Those who suffered the most had COVID vitamin D deficiency. Those who were able to recover faster were not as deficient in vitamin D.
Correct. Actually, I did a thesis on this on my master's degree while taking my physician assistant degree. And
Right.
this is something that we were going through during the COVID times, and we were doing our research on that. Actually, they found out that vitamin D, who had enough vitamin D, especially the patients, they were able to come out of this COVID symptoms, even though it was so serious at that time. But the people who did not have enough vitamin D, unfortunately, were not able to make it.
These connections make so many, is related to so many different health conditions, really highlights how crucial this vitamin D is for our overall wellness.
Correct, definitely, guys. So the few things that you can do is, make sure you get enough sunshine, get a good diet, have supplements. It will all just help your bone health, help your immunity, your mental health, and it will help you reduce, your risk of getting other chronic conditions.
Great information. I think our listeners today will find these insights really valuable, understanding the vital role of vitamin D plays and the need to avoid the deficiency.
Yes, guys. As we wrap up today's episode, remember, whether you're feeling the effects of vitamin D deficiency or simply curious about optimizing your health, incorporate a bit more sunshine in your life could be the key to unlocking a world of wellness, from bolstering bone health to potentially preventing chronic diseases. The benefits of the sunshine vitamin are undeniable. So take a step outside, soak up some rays, and let nature's healing power work its magic. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, stay healthy and keep shining.